In downtown Los Angeles stands a building drenched in infamy, the Cecil Hotel. Once envisioned as a glamorous destination when it opened in 1924, it slowly decayed through the Great Depression and the rise of Skid Row. Over the decades, the Cecil became known not for luxury, but for crime, death, and strange happenings. Its history is littered with suicides, violence, and even notorious residents like Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker, and Austrian killer Jack Unterweger. To many, the hotel seemed cursed, its walls absorbing every tragedy that passed through them. It was here, in January of 2013, that Elisa Lam, a 21-year-old Canadian student, checked in during a solo trip through California. Elisa was bright, thoughtful, and often wrote online about her struggles with bipolar disorder. Despite these challenges, she was adventurous and eager to see the world. Her trip had been going smoothly until she arrived at the Cecil. Elisa kept close contact with her parents, calling them daily to update them on her travels. But on January 31st, the day she was scheduled to check out, the calls stopped. Concern quickly grew into alarm, and by February 4th, her family reported her missing. Police searched her room and the hotel's common areas, even bringing in dogs, but her trail went cold near a window that led to a fire escape. For days, there was no sign of her. Then came the elevator footage. In a bid for leads, the LAPD released a 4-minute surveillance clip that would soon terrify millions. In the video, Elisa steps into the hotel elevator. She presses multiple buttons and waits. The doors remain open. She darts in and out, peeking into the hallway as if someone were just out of view. At one point, she hides in the corner, then re-emerges, her hands moving in strange, almost ritual-like patterns. Her behavior is frantic, her expressions shifting from curiosity to fear. All the while, the elevator doors refused to close. The video went viral, sparking endless theories. Some believed she was hiding from a stalker just outside the camera's frame. Others thought she was playing the so-called elevator game, a paranormal ritual said to transport people to another dimension. Mental health experts suggested her actions could reflect a manic episode or hallucinations linked to her bipolar disorder, especially if she had stopped taking her medications. Adding to the mystery were claims that the video had been tampered with, timestamps blurred, possible frames missing. Whether this was due to error or intentional editing, it only deepened suspicion. As theories swirled online, guests at the Cecil began complaining about strange water. Some described it as dark, foul-tasting, and with low pressure. On February 19th, nearly 3 weeks after Elisa vanished, a maintenance worker climbed to the rooftop tanks to investigate. When he opened one, he found her lifeless body floating inside. The discovery shocked the world. The tanks were difficult to access. You had to reach the roof, climb onto a platform, and then up a ladder to the top. The hatches were heavy, but not impossible to open. Some reports claimed the hatch was closed when Elisa was found, which would have been nearly impossible for her to do from inside. Others said it was open. This single detail remains one of the most hotly debated aspects of the case. Her clothes were in the tank, but removed from her body. There were no visible injuries or signs of assault. The coroner ruled her death an accidental drowning, with her bipolar disorder noted as a contributing factor. Toxicology results showed Elisa had taken some of her prescribed medications, but not all of them, raising the possibility of a manic episode that led her to the roof. Still, not everyone accepts this conclusion. Some point to the hotel's dark history and insist foul play was involved. Others lean toward paranormal explanations, convinced that Elisa's strange elevator behavior was evidence of something otherworldly. Theories also emerged about the eerie similarities to the 2005 horror film Dark Water, in which a girl drowns in a rooftop tank, contaminating a building's supply. The parallels were so uncanny that many believed Elisa's death was more than coincidence. Her family filed a lawsuit against the hotel, claiming negligence for failing to secure the tank, but the court dismissed it, ruling that her death was unforeseeable. And yet, despite official reports, questions linger. Why did the elevator behave so strangely? How did she reach the roof without setting off alarms? Did she climb in on her own? Or was someone else involved? Was her death a tragic accident or something more sinister? The case of Elisa Lam endures because it refuses to be neatly solved. It sits at the crossroads of crime, mental health, urban legend, and the supernatural. The evidence points to an accidental drowning, but the unease it leaves behind tells another story, one of uncertainty, speculation, and dread. To this day, the final moments of Elisa Lam remain a haunting mystery. Was she a victim of her own mind, or forces beyond comprehension? The truth may forever remain locked within the walls of the Cecil Hotel.